Today we are going to start our new topic, which is active and passive voice, and I hope you are getting benefit of my previous videos, and it will surely be benefited to you all if you will watch them carefully. Okay, so today we'll start active and passive voice. So let's know the difference between the two. What is active voice and what is passive voice? Okay, if I hold my ear like this, okay, it is straight, but if I hold my ear like this, so it is the active voice and it is the passive voice. So dramatic. Okay, let's know about the example. Rita ate chocolates. Okay, here first identify the subject in the sentence. So here our subject is Rita, and she is doing an action of eating. And what is she eating? She is eating chocolates. Clear? So Rita, who is the doer in this sentence, is our subject. This is our action and this is our victim. Chocolates is our victim. Victim means upon which the action has been done. So it is our object. So it is clearly stated here that if the doer is the subject, the one who is doing an action is the subject, that means it is in active voice. The aforesaid sentence is in active voice. Let's take more example, like Sumit threw the ball. So in this sentence, Sumit is our subject, okay, and he himself is doing an action of throwing the ball. So it is in active voice. Okay. Now let's turn this active voice into passive voice and get to know the differences between the two. How these active voices are turned into passive voice. So while making the passive voices, the first thing that we do, we change the position of subject and object. Like in this sentence, you can see that chocolates, which was our subject, object in this active voice, becomes our subject. Clear? And Rita, which was our subject in active voice, becomes our object. That means position of subject and objects are interchanged. Okay, so it is the first thing that we do in active and passive voice, that we change the subject, the doer in the place of object and the victim in the place of subject, like this. Okay, so the difference, you can clearly see the difference. Rita ate chocolates. Okay, so Rita ne chocolate khai, it is very clear, the doer is our subject. But if I am saying chocolates are eaten by Rita, so chocolates, the object, becomes our सब्जेक्ट. ओके, उसी सेंटेंस को मैंने घुमा के बोल दिया कि इस ऑब्जेक्ट के ऊपर ये एक्शन हुआ. ओके, आई एम मेकिंग द कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर विद मोर एग्जाम्पल. Like I am writing a sentence. Our school is organizing a function. Okay, so in this subject, in this sentence, you can see that the action is being done by school. So it is our subject, and a function, जो काम होने वाला है, organize करना, is our action, is the action of the school. And what is it doing to, what is it going to do? To organize a function. So it is our object. Now I am going to change this object and subject to their respective position. Like I would say a function is being organized by our school. So it is clearly stated here that our object becomes our subject and our subject becomes our object. Okay, so it is the first thing that we do. Another change that you must have noticed, and you should notice, that here in the present continuous tense I said is organizing, and now here I am saying is being organized. So this is the second change that we observe in a given sentence which is in active voice. So how and why and how should we do this? Let's know by the rules. Okay. Okay, so I was talking about the second change that you must notice in a given sentence, that the tense used in the particular sentence, whether it is in simple present, whether it is in past, whether it is in future, or what category of tense it has. Okay, क्योंकि जब तक आप tense observe नहीं करोगे तब तक आप rules को गलत कर दोगे. Okay, and your sentence, your answer will be incorrect. Okay, so the second thing that you notice is that which type of tense is used in a particular sentence, and how and what changes that we make in that sentence. Okay, so first thing that I want to tell you, that in all the passive voices we always write third form of the verb with the subject. Okay, चाहे वो simple present हो, चाहे वो continuous हो, चाहे वो perfect हो, we always write third form of the verb after the subject. But this third form of the verb does not come alone. Okay, अकेले नहीं आती है वो. It should have the auxiliary verbs, the helping verbs with it. Whether it is RM, was, were, had been, have been, has been. Okay, so let's know that what changes that we do. Let's take a one base form, grow. Okay, so if a particular sentence is in simple present, so it should have like grows, grow or grows it would have. Okay, and the change that will do will be is or are grown. Okay, if the subject is singular is, and if the subject is plural. So like if I would say that a gardener grows the plants, so तो क्या हो जाएगा? The plants are grown by the gardener. Okay, that is how we make the change. If it is in simple past tense, like it would, if it is in grew, if there is grew, second form of the verb grow, so we'll change it was or were, and third form of the verb grown. There is no change, but the change that we are making here according to the tense. If it is in present tense, simple present tense, we'll write is or are, and if it is in simple past tense, we'll write was or were. Okay, let's take the present continuous and past continuous tense. So in present continuous, there will be is or are growing, and in past continuous there will be was or were growing. Okay, so in the present and past continuous also we use is or are, here was or were. Grown will be same because we always write third form of the verb in the passive voice. So what left? What is the difference between the simple present, simple past, and present continuous and past continuous? This ing. If the verb has this ing, where to adjust it? So for this we write being. Okay, if I say that he is growing plants in the garden, so what will be the sentence in passive voice? The plants are being grown by him in the garden. Okay, as simple as that. आपको कुछ नहीं, आपको ज़्यादा complicated नहीं है ये. आप इसको देखेंगे, थर्ड फॉर्म तो आपको लिखनी ही है. ओके, सिंपल या पास्ट में है तो was were आपको लिखना है, is am are लिखना है. ओके, एंड being है, अगर ing है तो आपको being यूज करना है, और ing नहीं है देन सिंपल यू विल राइट is am are third form, was or were third form. We'll do the examples, the sentences, that it will be more clear to you. Okay, now let's come to present perfect and past perfect. In present perfect there will be has grown or had grown. Has or have, I would say. Okay. So there is already third form. There is already the third form of the verb in the perfect sentences. So again, has or have will be as it is here add. Okay. So what is the change that we are going to make? We'll write been here, not being. Don't get confused with this. Being and been. I have seen many students who get confused between being and been. Being is used when ing is the verb. Okay, when we have ing verb. And been is used when we have has or have or had in the active voice. Okay, so come to the next one, simple future. In simple future, there will be will grow. Okay, and in future perfect, there will be will have grown. Okay, so what will be the change that we are going to make? First, third form of the verb will be here, will be here, and in you must have noticed or you must have learned the modals. So with will is also a modal, and with all the modals, whether it is can, could, will, would, shall, might, may. So with all the modals in passive voice, we write be. Okay. Now do you know the difference between these being, been and be? Be with the modals, been in has, have or had sentences, being with the ing verb. In passive voice, we are talking of only passive voices. Okay. So will have grown. So if it there is have, so we'll write will have been grown. Okay. So these are the basic changes. Very basic changes that you must change in the passive voice. Okay, so while transforming all the active voices in the passive voices, the first change that you make is to change the position of subject and object, and second, you observe the type of tense used, and according to that you write the correct verb and auxiliary verb after the subjects. Now let's do the example, but before doing that I'm going to make you clear one more thing. I have written few sentences in active and passive voice, and I want you to notice the basic changes that we do. Like if we have the subject as I, so when this I will be turned into the object, so it will be turned into be. Okay, like I drink milk. So here object is milk and it is in simple present tense, so it will be milk is drunk by me, not I. Okay, so it is a clear change that I will be turned into me. Second sentence, he hit him. So he here is subject, and whenever the subject is he or the object is him, so he will be turned into him and that him will be turned into he. Okay, so he hit him, he was hit by him. Another sentence is they. They pluck flowers. So flower is our object. So this they will be turned into them. Okay, like flowers are plucked by them. She will pick her up. So here she will be turned into her, and that her will be turned into she. So she will pick her up. Will pick is the simple future tense, and with simple future tense we write be. Okay, so she will be picked her up by her. By her is that she. Okay, so now you are making noise. So here noise is our object, you here is the subject. There will be no change if we are making our you subject into the subject object you. It will be the same. Okay, so you will be you. Only there is change between I, he, she, they. Okay, it will also remain same, it. You are making noise. Noise is being made by you. Okay, now the last sentence is quite different one. I want to convey one more rule, that a sentence must have object. If we are going to turn into passive voice, the object is the must. सब्जेक्ट नहीं है चलेगा, ओके क्योंकि हमें पैसिव वॉइस में क्या करना है, व्हाट आर वी गोइंग टू डू, व्हाट आर वी सपोज टू डू, वी आर सपोज टू चेंज दैट ऑब्जेक्ट इनटू सब्जेक्ट। तो अगर सब्जेक्ट नहीं है तो चलेगा, बट ऑब्जेक्ट होना बहुत जरूरी है। बहुत बच्चे बोलते हैं, मैनी ऑफ माई स्टूडेंट से दैट मैम हमें तो ये बाय दिख जाता है ना, इससे हमें पता चल जाता है दैट इट इज इन पैसिव वॉइस, बट व्हाट इफ यू डू नॉट हैव द डूअर इन द सेंटेंस, देन हाउ विल यू आइडेंटिफाई? ओके, इन दिस सेंटेंस look at it carefully. Shut the door. Who is shutting the door? Who is going to shut the door? Or what is the subject in this sentence? Missing. No problem. We can still change it into passive voice because we have object here. Okay. So object is door is shut. By whom we don't know. We can assume by you, by her, by him, by them. Okay. So if we do not have subject in the sentence, it is perfectly all right. But we must have object in the sentence. Only then we can turn into passive voice. Okay? तो ये भी आपको याद रखना है कि passive voice turn करना है तो object जरूर होना चाहिए. Okay? If there is no subject, that's okay. We don't need any subject, but there must be object. Okay? Okay, here I have written the positive and interrogative statements of inactive voice, and now let's know how we are going to transform into passive voice. Look at the first sentence. Mahesh sketched the map. It is a positive statement. Yes. So Mahesh is the subject here. The map is the object here, and sketched, it is in second form after subject. So it is in simple past tense. So we know that while making its passive voice, we have to write the third form of sketched, which is sketched. And if it is in simple past tense, so the auxiliary verb will be was or were. So let's look at the subject. Subject is Mahesh and the map is going to be our subject here. So we'll start with the map. Map is singular, so we'll write was. Sketched, the map was sketched by Mahesh. Okay, so here Mahesh, which was our subject in passive voice, inactive voice, has become our object in passive voice. Okay, so it is a correct form of in passive voice. The map was sketched by Mahesh. Now look at the same sentence in interrogative voice. If I ask who sketched the map, so that who is our subject, which I don't know. Okay, so how will I turn it? That who will be turned into by whom. So we can either write by whom was the map sketched, or the map was sketched by whom. Okay, third one, did Mahesh sketch the map? So here did indicates that it is in simple past form and is an interrogative sentence. So in all the interrogative sentence, we already know, we have already discussed in our previous videos that helping verb is written before the subject. So our subject is the map here, and was, which was written after the subject, will come before the subject in the interrogative one. So it will be, was the map sketched by Mahesh? Okay. So in the other sentences, your confusion will get removed. Look at the second one. Neha sells fruits here. So Neha is our subject, fruits is our object, and here is the adverb. So all the adverbs and all the phrases which comes after the preposition, like if I would have said that Neha sells fruits in the market, तो इस sentence में भी object हमारा fruits ही रहेगा. In the market is our phrase after the preposition, जिसको हम बाद में add कर सकते हैं. Okay, so here fruits will take the position of subject, right? Fruits are sold. I have written are sold. Why? Because sells indicates that it is in simple present tense, and in all the simple present tense we write is, are, and am. And the fruits, Neha was singular subject, but fruits is our plural subject. So we have written are, and third form of sell is sold. So fruits are sold by Neha here. Okay, let's look at its interrogative form. Does Neha sell fruit here? So does. In the place of that does, I will write is or are. Okay. So fruits is plural. So I'll write are in the place of does. Are fruits sold by Neha here? As simple as that. Okay. Students are doing exercise. Now, students is our subject, exercise is our object, and the sentence is in present continuous. So, in all the continuous passive voice, we also write is, are, and am. Third and base form is do. So, third form of do is done. Exercise is singular, so I have written is, and this ing is adjusted as being. Okay, so the correct sentence is exercise is being done by students, and it's interrogative. Are students doing exercise? Okay, so this are, at the place of this are, I'll write the auxiliary verb which is to be used with exercise. So since exercise is singular, so I'll write is with it. Before the subject, I'll write this auxiliary verb. So is exercise being done by students? Question mark. Let's do more example in more tenses. Okay, I have written few more sentences and I am going to change it into passive voice just in front of you. Okay, let's look at the first another sentence. Sita has planted a tree in her garden. So I have extended the sentence. Okay, how? Sita is our subject, tree is our object. Most of the student would say that garden is the subject. No, we have to look that what is going to be changed. Okay, the victim, what is a victim in the given sentence? Garden is not the victim. The victim is a tree upon which the action is going to take place. Okay, तो ये भी आपको ध्यान रखना है कि in a long or complex sentence, how will you identify that object, that single object? So you have to look for the one upon which the action is being taken. Okay, so in a garden, and another hint is that after any preposition, the phrase is added after the passive voice is done. So and it is in present perfect. If you have has or have in the sentence, so as the auxiliary verb, I'll write have been or has been. But first, make our object our subject. So a tree. It is singular, so it will be has been planted. Okay, if it was the trees, so I would have written the trees have been planted. Okay, so we change it according to our subject, according to the nature of the subject, whether it is singular or plural. So the trees have been planted by Sita. Now the remaining phrase is in her garden. So I'll write it after the passive voice made. Okay, and it's passive voice, it's interrogative form. How will I turn it? Has Sita planted a tree in her garden? So a tree, our object, is singular. So I'll write it before the subject. Has a tree been planted by Sita in her garden? Question mark. Okay, another one. I will share the secret if she shares his. It is rather a complex sentence. Okay, but you have to identify the object in a very simple way. You will see that what was the on which the action is being taken. So I here is subject and will share is the action in simple future tense, and what is going to be shared by me? The secret. So it is our object. Forget this. This will be added after our passive voice is done. Okay. So the secret, with will we write be. So will be shared. Okay. Have you noticed that I have written only third form of the verb? So don't get confused. Don't make those silly mistakes. Okay. So it is a very basic rule that with all the passive voices, we write third form of the verb. You just need to remember the auxiliary verbs according to the tense given. Will be shared by me if he shares his. Okay, doesn't matter how long, how complex the sentence is, you just need to identify the object in the sentence. Okay, next one, Seema will have done her work by now. So it is in future perfect. Okay, so Seema is our subject, her work, not just work. ये भी आपको ध्यान रखना है. With your object, if any pronoun or if any article is given, तो आपको वो एक साथ लेना है. You have to take them together. Okay, so her work and by now is our phrase which will be added later. So her work will have. So I have already told you, with all has or have or had we'll write been. Her work will have been done by Seema by now. So don't get confused that here by is written twice. Okay, this by is for by whom, for the passive voice, and this by is for the adverb of time. Okay, so I think I have removed all your doubts, but if still you have any doubt, you can you can write in the comment box and I'll clear it. One more thing that I want to tell you. You must have noticed that I have made these sentences in passive voice of simple present. Okay, or past, simple past, simple future, present continuous, past continuous, but not in future continuous. Similarly, we make the passive voices of present perfect, past perfect and future perfect, but we do not make passive voice of present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous or future perfect continuous. Okay, so we make only the passive voices of these. Okay, so what we have learnt in today's class, that how to identify the active voice and passive voice. If the doer, if the subject is the doer of the action, it is in active voice. If your subject is the victim upon which the action is being taken, it is in passive voice. Okay, and if thus and we have also learned that if we are not given the subject, then it is perfectly all right, but we must have object in the sentence. So the first thing, you will identify the subject and the object in the sentence. The second thing, you will identify the particular type of tense in which is given. Okay, and third thing, the third and most important thing that we have learned is that we always write third form of the verb while making the passive voices. Okay, and I hope that this video is benefited to you, and you can share it if you want to help your mates, your classmates, your friends and your acquaintances. Thank you and have a good day.